We knew we were going to be in for battle. We knew the option wasn't going to be easy. We knew life wouldn't be perfect. We talked about the ups and downs. I think our defense gave up 7 points in the second half. Came out, made some adjustments at halftime, and got after them a little bit, but they still gave up some big plays. Offensively, I thought we played outstanding. That was the game we were waiting for. They start off with a 7-minute, 10-second drive to open up the game. We won the toss and took the ball and said we're going to go take it to them, and we did. The thing I'd say about our kids is they got faith. They got faith in what we were talking about, preaching and coaching, and our players made the plays today that they needed to. Blew its 55, 56-yard field goal to win it. That's what you play in these big games for. The two fourth down calls that Coach Chaney made in the fourth quarter there on that final drive. I think it was another 7-minute drive. Were crucial, and that's what players do when they want to win. So,
your team really wanted you to go for on 4th and inches. Were you going for it anyway?
We were going for it anyway. We didn't even have our punt team hanging out. I probably should have hung them out there just to give them some indecision, but I didn't. But we were going for it either way. But it was good that they wanted to do it.
Well, did you talk to Chris at all before his attempt? Did you say anything to him?
No, you don't talk to those guys. It's like a kick. Are you kidding me? You ice the other guy, and you don't talk to your guy.
So you were just as sure on 4th and 3 in the next fourth?
Yeah, I mean, we had to. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't almost like it was either give the ball back to them and give them a chance to go down and kick a field goal, or take it. And at that point, we were happy with the way our defense was playing, and we gave up really one big long dive play in the second half. In base defense, our end didn't close fast enough, or we'll see the tape. But they do a great job. That's a good football team now. That's a good football team. I feel bad for Coach Johnson. He's a heck of a football coach, and you feel for anybody like that. To lose one like that. But they got a heck of a football team that they'll come back.
Did you make any schematic adjustments at halftime, Pat?
Oh yeah. You should see the board in there. But just I won't even talk about it. Yeah, but we made a lot of adjustments. Yeah.
Any word on Jordan and regarding his head injury?
Jordan's going to be fine. He was up, in the huddles. I mean, he wasn't like so he'll be fine. And T. Webb too. I thought T. Webb was going to come back, but it was nice to get. I told you guys earlier in the week that Javonte Pitts was going to have a role, and he did. Him and Pat Amaro, I believe, finished the whole second half and did a great job.
It's the third game in a row that the defense was on the field at the end of the game, needing to shut the other team down to get the win. Did you feel that their confidence was just as high this week as it has been the past 2 weeks?
No doubt about it. With minute 11 or minute 10, whatever it was, when we stepped on the field, I said, hey, this is our game. They got to throw the ball now. And we missed. We dropped an interception. We still didn't clean it. I mean, it still gives you chest pains. But we dropped an interception. It could have been over. We didn't have to go through that. But the kid said he really wanted to drive you guys nuts and the fan nuts. We probably missed that quarterback. Thomas is a great player. I don't know how many times we missed him on sacks. But he's running around throwing the ball. But he's like Fran Tarkenton of old days. So, good football team.
Did Georgia Tech do anything differently than what you saw on tape on offense?
A little bit. They did a good job. They didn't do, again, I could talk and you guys would look at me like, what are you talking about? But they changed some of the blocking schemes. I think they saw, enough of a front. And then we changed some things. I don't know if you saw Darrell Render, if you go back and watch it, if you guys DVR'd it like my wife does. We kept moving our tackles around and they're trying to cause confusion that way because they had a beat on what we were doing and they were getting up to our mic. The key is to keep your mic clean, and our mic at times couldn't get where it needed to be.
Nathan showed a little bit of poise there at the end, cutting back inside. A lot of quarterbacks would have thrown away.
Well, we talked to him before he went out for that last play, saying, hey, listen, we need 4 or 5 yards. To be really in good field goal range, and he said that's good to know, Coach. So he put his head down there at the end when it wasn't open. I thought someone would get open, but nobody was open. He put his head down and gained probably 3 yards, which was probably all we needed.
What'd you see from Kadri to give him the ball 22 times today?
He's a bull. I mean, he's a bull. Yeah, he's fought hard, and I was impressed with Darren Hall and Chris James as well. I mean, all 3 of those guys played roles in the game, and it takes a team to win, and all 3 of those guys played well, but Quadri carried the most of them, I guess, 22, and Darren Hall came in and rushed for 38 yards. He averaged 4.5 yards, 4.8 yards. So I mean, it takes everybody. Went in. Pat Ryan, who we put on scholarship. Don't forget that long snap. I know you guys all want to talk to the kicker, but the operation and the hold, and Ryan Winslow was outstanding today because he put that ball inside, I think, the 20-yard line 4 times, maybe every time. So he played an incredible game as well. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Nathan made some big
big throws, it seemed like today. Are you seeing just week to week, he's just getting more comfortable, getting more effective?
Week to week, I mean, I think he becomes a player. You know who else had a nice throw? Tyler Boyd. Wasn't that a nice throw? Under pressure. I mean, but Nathan's played outstanding here, and he's a winner right now. And we just got to keep doing what we do.
That's 3 close ones in a row. What's it take for a team to win close games like that week after week?
It takes character. I mean, it takes character. It takes faith, and our kids believe. They got some things they talk about in the locker room. They believe in each other. And we talked about back in camp. You talk about being a team and living together, and they're playing for each other in there. They're playing for their brothers next to them, and that's a football team. And that's what we've developed here.
You talked earlier this week about the defense needing to be sort of resilient. Georgia Tech got 300 and something rushing yards, but the defense got to stop when it mattered. Is that sort of what you were talking about?
No doubt about it. I mean, you can't be looking back at the last play. You got to play the next one, and I think they put up 56, right? So they put up 28 today. So, all those stats are for losers, and the final one is that W. They get a couple plays here, but we had some big plays too. So we could have a few more.